Contestant number 1, Connie Nash Mondragon. A shot in the dark. A shot in the dark. Connie Nash Mondragon.
It was a shot in the dark that brought me to the realization that life can be unpredictable and sometimes short-lived. Madam Contest Master, fellow Toastmasters, guests, distinguished judges, tonight I'm going to share my story with you in the hopes that it will inspire you to live each day to the fullest and to appreciate the life that you are given. Are you ready to be inspired?
Yeah.
Are you ready to be inspired?
Yes.
Thank you. It was 2 a.m. on a cold, chilly moment in my life. I heard the back glass shatter. Before I barely had time to move, my perpetrator was upon me. Suddenly, I felt a hard, cold .45 automatic push tight against my temple. Unable to move. I remember vividly hearing the words, "You're going to die! You're going to die right now!" I remember feeling relief. Relief that it was about to be over. After 25 years of marriage, this is how it was going to end? Like this? A shot in the dark? Had it not been for my 16-year-old son jumping on his father's back, my life would have ended right then, in tragedy. We don't know what life has to give us. We don't know our future. And as we go through life, it's easy to take it for granted. I met my husband in church, and I thought he was the sweetest, most handsome guy. I thought he looked like a cross between Jesus Christ and Tom Cruise. He was so cute. Well, after 25 years, ladies and gentlemen, 25 long years of severe mental, physical, and sexual abuse, my life nearly ended. I did not come through that relationship unscathed. My self-esteem had been stripped so low that when I walked into a room, my head was down. I could not look up to people. I couldn't talk to people. I didn't know how to get a job or anything. The district attorney put me in touch with an organization called the Family Place. They kind of took me under their wing, helped me get a job, and after a year at my job, I joined a club called Toastmaster. Sound familiar? Well, it took me a whole year before I ever gave a speech, not even a table topic. I was just going to sit in the back and be invisible. After a year, I finally gave that first speech after I threw up. In fact, I threw up the first 7 speeches. I know that's probably too much information, but you need to know that to know the journey that I traveled to get to where I am today. After that first year, I went back to the Family Place to see my counselor and show her, hey, look, this chin's up. I can talk to people now. And I've even joined this great club called Toastmasters. And she said, that's great. This is great. You can come and talk to the ladies and tell your life story of where you've been and where you are today. And I'm like, wait a minute. I've only given one speech. And she said, Connie, you're ready. I said, no, I'm not. I'm scared. I can't talk to people. I can't. I'm not ready. And she said, Connie, unless you're willing to face the past and talk about it, you'll be held captive to it for the rest of your life. So I started talking and talking. Now you can't hardly shut me up. But the journey took me on through life. And I kept on my Toastmasters journey because I realized that not only did it help me to where I could speak to people and tell my story and maybe help other people of domestic violence, but I learned that it started helping other people. People like my husband who would have never, ever joined Toastmasters had it not been for me, inviting him to come and hear that speech. So I'm standing here today thanks to my counselor and thanks to Toastmasters for such a big difference that they made in my life. Now, people often ask me, why would you stay in that situation for 25 years? 25 years of broken bones and burns and just unspeakable tragedy and horrific circumstances. Why? Why would you stay in that situation? For me, it was simple. It was simply a promise to God, till death do us part. Until it almost happened. I was like, okay, maybe not till death do us part. But there's many reasons that women stay in a domestic violence situation, and men. Sometimes men are abused as well. It can be so much love for that person that they're willing to forgive them and overlook it and just bear with it because they think that person will change. Sometimes it's because their self-esteem has been stripped so low that they can't fathom stepping outside of that relationship and facing the shame. But I'm here to tell you tonight, ladies and gentlemen, that if you know someone in a domestic situation, don't stand by and not do anything. Help that person. They need help and encouragement. And if you get inspired by nothing else you hear tonight, I hope that it's this, that you can make a difference in someone's life. Whether you're a victim or perhaps an abuser, we don't know the person sitting next to us, not really and truly, we'll never know. But I tell you that you can make a difference in someone's life. So speak up and help that person. And going forth tonight, please take a minute out of your life to be inspired. Be inspired to enjoy every single minute that you have, and every minute worth living is worth living as long as you're free and happy. Madam Contest Master.
We will now